the pieces that I lost in the lobby. I put you against the wall, you had us body to body. I can't help the way you make me feel, it's so hard to copy. Let's find common ground, meet me in a lost and found, yeah. Dark days turning into dark nights. I hit the strip and spend it all, I'm having hard times. I reminisce and have me looking through the archives. I seen a picture of you looking like a star shines. And you're bright, 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 like the lights on a fight night, night. Love hit me like a mic, mic, mic. You know I'ma get it right, right, right. So stay with me, run away with me. Need like a dope fiend, need dope. Need like a coke fiend, need coke. Even though your heart cold, ski slope. I really hope the song bringing me close.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. I'm your host, Grant Magic, dictator of the Republic of New Strathclyde. I'm also your host of Virgan Radio Service. As you know, I state this every single time, it bores me as well. This week on... No, I don't want ads. Stop showing me ads. Jesus. Yes, it's very funny. This week on VRS, we've decided to change the content. I did say I'd be doing the multiverse theorem, but something else came up. It was to do with Elon Musk, which we'll get into today. Joined with me this week, I do have at Lover on Twitter.
It's a pleasure to be here as always, Comrade Andrew.
You call me Grant.
Forget that. Scratch that.
I can't. We're already streaming. Shit happens.
Forget. Yes, it's good to be here.
Forget you heard that. This week's episode is on Elon Musk and the Matrix. I didn't actually do episodes last week because of I just couldn't.
They did a brief hiatus from everything, but give some breathing room.
Yes, I was gonna do it yesterday, but unfortunately I was unwell. So that's why it's coming out today. Something else was meant to be streamed today, but I kind of shit canned it for this. So
your host did Dicky Tommy yesterday, so that's why we're doing it today.
Yeah.
So the reason why we're doing Elon Musk today is because he had an epic meltdown on Twitter and tanked his company Tesla's stock by Tesla was rating quite high beforehand, but as soon as he tweeted something about coronavirus, it just tanked immediately. It's epic.
Elon Musk is quite a strange character, is he not? He comes from South Africa, and he was he's been an entrepreneur pretty much all his adult life.
The reason Musk is such an epic billionaire is because his parents own I think it's an emerald mine in South Africa, or did own an emerald mine.
It was some kind of gemstone, something.
Yeah,
like
so
that.
some kind of uncut gems shit. Fucking Musk probably has the black opal from Uncut Gems in his room somewhere.
I was thinking it was more along the lines of what's that movie, Blood Diamond?
Oh yeah, Blood Diamond. Elon Musk is DiCaprio from Blood Diamond. Basically, epic South African man. Basically, after the fall of apartheid in the 90s, his family made a quick exit from South Africa to the West, and using the money they quote unquote took from there, Musk started up one of his little sort of vanity projects. He in fact he started PayPal is how he first became well known. He was a co-inventor of PayPal, and from that he was able to do what he really wanted to do, which was like Star Trek shit. That's how we have Tesla.
Build space rockets, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
His signature, which is the Falcon 9.
Falcon 1 to 8 like famously exploded, so yeah. He's had a long string of fuck ups, Elon Musk, but for some reason he's still a billionaire.
At least he hasn't put any fucking astronauts in them.
Oh no, just himself. Just himself in the space car he did a while back. That's his dream. As soon as the world collapses, it'll be people like Elon Musk that get to escape into space, or we'll be stuck here.
You mean like South Park?
Oh yeah, or Elysium is a better example. Like Musk is going to build his like fucking halo ring around the Earth and just live there. Everyone else will be stuck here.
Yeah.
And if you try to get onto the halo ring, Musk will employ South African mercenaries to kill you. So, but if you haven't seen Elysium, it's a good film.
Yeah. So just one thing I wanted to talk about before we actually get further into this is recently I've had a lot of complaints about not doing the research on these types of things. The point of these videos is not doing the research. It's not proving a point. it's not to prove a point. It's to talk about the matter at hand. It's not. We are not proving or disproving anything. No one has definitely said yes, that happened, or no, that definitely did not happen. That doesn't happen on this show. The fact is, we keep our minds open and we talk about every possibility. It's not about the research. Never has been about the research. It's always been about
research is for cocks, basically. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
If you research anything, you're just a cock, and you should like think about your life.
But yeah, the point of these conspiracy crew videos isn't for the research. It's for fun. It's for fun. It's because we enjoy doing them. So keep your research to yourself.
We're not educational. We're not an educational podcast. Like some of the stuff we're talking about is like based in truth, obviously, but we're not fucking uber serious.
Yeah.
Run an uber serious podcast. Watch the fucking History Channel or
my brother quite enjoys the History Channel. But anyway,
History Channel now when it's just like antique dealers and shit, or History Channel back when it was just like Nazi shit, like all the time.
History Channel when it was Nazi shit.
Just all Nazi shit. Now it's fucking.
I am no good at
Scott,
art, and I only have one ball.
Who's the fucking antiques guy? The fucking I'll give you $5 for it guy.
I have no idea.
That's what the History Channel was. It's like that. So fucking like buying priceless treasure off people for fucking pennies. We're not talking about him. We're talking about Mr. Musk today.
Yeah. Elon Musk. So this entire thing hasn't been really to talk about Elon Musk's life. It's actually to talk about something that Elon Musk very strongly believes. The fact that we are or could be living in in the Matrix.
They're living in a simulation, according to him.
It's a simulation.
And all the bad things happening are like the Matrix glitching. It's like the architect giving his speech about how there've been different matrices, and whenever things like bad happens, they just restart it again.
Fair enough.
Do you know how that? Seen that?
Do you know how I know this isn't the Matrix? Because the food would be a lot better.
Oh yeah. We'd be eating like fucking like. If this wasn't an artificial construct, things would probably be like less shitty than they are.
Exactly. There wouldn't be murder. There wouldn't be death. There would be nothing. There would be none of that.
It'd be like the first Matrix, where everything is fine and good. But nah, like we're living in like, and then the film Matrix basically. I haven't seen the Matrix. Describe the plot of
the Matrix. That pretty much starts with a guy in his regular life, played by Keanu Reeves, and throughout the course of the first movie, he learns that he's actually not living the life that he knows. He thinks he's living this life through this simulation, and someone outside the simulation phones him inside the simulation, and that's where he learns that, oh, you know, my life is a lie.
He's popped into a giant computer, which is what Elon Musk like ironically thinks.
The simulation police chase him, or whatever the fuck else.
Yes, agents played by Hugo Weaving, I believe. Who dies at the end of the Matrix but comes back for some reason.
Isn't Elrond in the Matrix?
Yeah, that's Hugo Weaving. He's like the bad guy in like science fiction.
Really?
He's Megatron in like the first 4 Transformers movies, I think. He's in the first 3 or 4, I think. And he's in some other stuff. He's well known for Lord of the Rings and the Matrix.
Yeah. But anyway, so the entire point of the Matrix movies is to simulate a simulation. I think later on in movies 2 and 3, it is actually found that the simulation that he escaped from, and he's now in this new life with all these agents, or whatever the fuck, these rebels, I don't know.
There's 2 worlds. There's the Matrix, and then there's the shithole real world, which is both run by machines, technically.
Yeah. Some of the scenes are quite disturbing, because you can see all these people linked up to this big hive mind.
First film in particular, it's not a very original film. Like, the directors borrow a lot of themes from like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Akira, like a lot of manga in particular. But as a film itself, it stands up pretty well. And there are some horrific scenes, like the scene where Keanu wakes up like completely bald, covered in fucking cum or whatever it is.
I believe I believe that might be preservation goo.
Yes, it's the shit fucking odd people eat, basically.
Yeah.
It's like deep down people when that's used as nutrients or something.
Something like that. I'm not too well versed on how these machines work. How
basically, like the humans are used as batteries. Like body heat is used to power.
That's right.
The machine overlords, which is I don't know. Which could be real, I don't know.
Here's another conspiracy. The Matrix is just like what eventually happens with Skynet in the Terminator series. It's
the same like basic premise. That's another thing the Matrix kind of doesn't rip off but borrows from very generously as the Terminator films. Or back then, Terminator 1 and 2 with the Skynet, the big, scary, evil AI overlord. And in the Matrix, there's not like a boss of the AI. There's not like a king machine. It's just machines in general. They're like running everything. So unless you're watching The Matrix 3, then you have that freaky ass baby machine that Keanu talks to after he becomes blind.
You've just ruined the movie for me.
You've never seen Matrix 3?
No, I've never seen The Matrix 3.
It's been out since, what, 2004 or something? Come on, man.
No, never seen it, to be honest, no. Never ever.
It's dog shit. Like, the first Matrix is a decent movie, the other two are just complete dog shit. They're just absolute nonsense.
Anyway, heard it right from Mo's mouth. The Matrix 1 and 2 are dog shit.
No, Matrix 1 is fine. Matrix Revolutions and Reloaded are just complete fucking... They're just terrible.
Aren't they making a fourth Matrix?
Yes, they are for some reason. I don't know why, because, like, another spoiler, Keanu and his waifu die at the end. So, and they're back now, so don't know how that's working.
Alternate
It's oh yeah, sure, whatever. It's you can do anything in the Matrix. Like, Hugo Weaving dies at the end of Matrix 1, and then he just comes back, so, you know, fuck it.
I feel like we've gotten, like, way too into that movie.
I mean, they're interesting to talk about, but this isn't a film podcast.
Yeah, like, I feel like what happens in those movies would be what Musk thinks is happening outside.
He thinks he's the protagonist. He thinks he's like Neo, but in real life, basically. Like, he's fighting against the fucking evil overlords that are controlling the simulation or something.
Really, he thinks he's the protagonist. We're right here. How do I know I'm not the protagonist? I see through my eyes.
Well,
I see through Elon Musk's.
If you're a crazy billionaire like Elon Musk, then you've convinced yourself that you're like Neo from The Matrix, or JC Denton from Deus Ex, which is another thing he's obsessed with.
Explain that.
Deus Ex is one of my favourite games, like, of all time. It's a PC/PS2 game, and basically it's like the Illuminati start some plague, kind of like they have now with COVID-19. They've started some plague, and they're like controlling it with the plague and the vaccine as a way to control the population. And your main character from that, JC Denton, is like he starts off as a spy, but over the course of the game he uncovers this conspiracy and has to, like, pick sides between who's right and who's wrong in this grand conspiracy. And Musk thinks he is like JC Denton. If you go on his Twitter, fucking his profile picture is the front page of the cover of fucking Deus Ex, the first game.
Fair enough.
Musk is also like obsessed with AI and merging with AI, which is another thing from Deus Ex. Like, the bad guy's plot is to merge with the machine conscious he's made, and that will like turn him into God or whatever. Okay. Which is what Musk probably wants, to like fucking stick his brain in a computer and just like live forever, like Transcendence, that shitty Johnny Depp movie.
I wouldn't blame him, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I would do that as well, but like he'd probably use all that power for nefarious purposes. Whereas I would just, like, I don't know, have a robot body or something.
You mean like Chappie?
Oh yeah.
We're still waiting for a Chappie too.
That's never gonna happen.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't know what Neil Blomkamp is doing next. He's supposed to be doing Alien 5, and that got cancelled. Then RoboCop 4, and that got cancelled, and now he's doing something else.
Fuck's sake.
Yes.
Ridiculous, man. I've been waiting for a Chappie 2 for a long ass time. I went to see that in the pictures the day it came out. But
It's probably like it's like it's not his best film. Like of the three main ones he's done, it's not the best. But it's still fun. I quite like Chava.
yeah.
It has a weird sort of style to it.
It's also set in South Africa.
Yes,
Guess
and
who
it's
else is
like
from South Africa? Elon Musk.
yes, and Neil Blomkamp.
Coincidence? I think not.
Yeah, Elon Musk is basically like fucking Dev Patel and fucking Chappie, like some the guy who makes robots for fun.
Alright,
And then, in fact, he'd be Hugh Jackman because Hugh Jackman's the bad guy in that movie.
yeah.
He wants to build fucking. He wants to build like tank robots, whereas Dev Patel wants to make like friendly little happy robots.
It's just stealing shit from
Fucking RoboCop.
RoboCop.
Yeah.
I got like
A lot of things borrow.
yeah. We watched RoboCop 1 was it a few days ago.
A few days ago.
Like-
Yeah,
like-
you'd never seen it before, so
Yeah, like I'm gonna be honest. When that big ass robot killed that guy holding the gun, I laughed. I sat and I laughed. I thought it was just so ridiculous. It was funny.
Ed 209 is probably my favourite movie robot. He's just like ridiculous. Just a big tank on wheels that just goes
Yeah.
on killing people.
Mm.
That's another thing to watch for the audience. If you've never seen RoboCop, it's a fucking classic.
It's on Netflix. Watch it. But it would.
Another thing like The Matrix, where the sequels to it just aren't as good.
Mm.
Like RoboCop 2 is fine, but RoboCop 3 is just complete dog shit.
What was it? What was it you described? Ninja robots.
Yeah. RoboCop 3 has robot samurai for some reason. They're not in samurai armor. They're not like in full samurai armor. It's just like Japanese guys who are also robots, and they're sent to go kill RoboCop because he's fucking with OCP basically. So
Fair enough.
RoboCop 3 is not a good film.
It would also give you an insight into what man with machine might look like.
Yeah,
Man at the
basically
time of
like
machine. That was a point from
a human,
from the
a
Matrix.
human face with like stuck on a fucking robot basically.
Yeah. So that was one of the points from. Is that the second movie where they're trying to merge with the AI outside the Matrix?
That's the second film. Agent Smith is trying to take over the Matrix by assimilating everyone in it into becoming him. And yeah, it's expounded upon in the Matrix, where Agent Smith actually takes over someone in the real world, and like not real life Agent Smith, but the guy he's possessed in the real world gets into a fight with Neo near the end of Matrix 3.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting.
Absolutely.
It's insanity, but the point of
It wasn't supposed to be a sequel to The Matrix, but because it was so popular, the studio was demanded to become a franchise. It's like it was meant to be a sequel to RoboCop, meant to be a standalone movie.
And then you've got the RoboCop made in what 2014. Well.
Yes, the remake is also dog shit.
Samuel Jackson in it.
Yeah, Sam Jackson is Bill O'Reilly, basically this shouty neocon guy. Michael Keaton is the bad guy in RoboCop for some reason.
That reminds me from a quote from the second Ted movie, Seth MacFarlane. It's like, have you seen any movie ever? He's the black guy.
Oh yeah, Sam Jackson is.
He's in absolutely everything.
His IMDb is like a mile long. He's in the new Saw remake from God, what's his name? Chris Rock. What is I don't know. I don't have any opinion of the Saw movies. Anyway, we've gone off topic here by a lot.
Yeah, we have. But so the like I don't know exactly what Elon Musk thinks is outside this simulation. Has Elon Musk ever given any indication to what he thinks outside the simulation?
Not really. He's just said that like this universe that we live in is fake, and all the bad things that happen in it are glitches in it. That's all he said. He won't allude to like who's in charge because I don't know. I don't think even he knows.
Well, like I have heard scientists say that there is a real possibility that our lives are just simulated, and we're just characters in some alien race's game.
Mm. So it's like the end of Men in Black, where we're just like marbles, basically.
Yeah, it's just Boris.
Yes, another film with not very good sequels. Although Men in Black 3 is alright. It's watchable. Men in Black 2 is dog shit, but watch Men in Black 2.
Yeah, Men in Black movies. They're not bad, but you know they're not great films. So.
I mean the first one's. I would say it's good. Second one, no. Third one is watchable. I haven't seen the new one from in what's his fuck Thor in it. I've seen that one.
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. Apparently it's shite, so.
I would imagine it is. You cannot replace Will Smith with Chris Hemsworth. It just wouldn't work.
No. I know why they did it because Tom Lee Jones is like he's 80s and he can't do all the stunts he could from the first one. That's why he's that's why these like kind of replace with Josh Brolin in the third one. That would time travel, but
yeah.
Yes. Anyway.
So what?
Why the hell did we start a movie podcast instead?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we can't change now. We're the conspiracy crew.
Yeah, fantastic. Anyway.
We could change the content, but you know.
But I would do a separate thing instead. Like
Maybe.
Conspiracies and movies are two different things. Unless we're doing like a podcast about conspiracy theory movies, like Oliver Stone's JFK is fucking fantastic.
Mm.
I love that movie. It's like Tommy Lee Jones is also in that, and he's like some gay southern businessman, and the film like posits that he killed JFK. I can't remember the exact plot, but if you have time, watch JFK by Oliver Stone. Fucking great now. Anyway, that's another thing we could talk about JFK. Okay.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
But back to the simulation theory.
If it was real, who do you think's in charge of?
Who I think's in charge of it?
Yeah.
See, I don't think someone in the simulation would be in charge of it. Someone outside the simulation has to be in charge of it. It would only make sense because the person who is in the simulation must know they're in the simulation.
Yes.
But hasn't said anything.
Unless it's that mission in Fallout 3 where the evil German scientist is controlling the alternate reality from inside the virtual reality.
Possibly.
Have you ever played? Yes, Fallout 3 is it's another. It's not a good game.
I haven't really played any of the Fallout games.
Play Fallout New Vegas. That's one of the good ones. Don't play the new one. It's shit.
Yeah, I've played New Vegas.
New Vegas is great. I love New Vegas. Mr. House is like one of my favourite characters. He's like Elon Musk but American.
Huh.
He's like this robot obsessed asshole. Yeah. If you were living in the Matrix, someone would have to be in charge of it, like from outside the Matrix, to like micromanage things. It would have to be like either robots or some higher intelligence. I don't know.
Yeah, possibly. Who can say really? I mean, it's all just a thought. It's, you know, it cannot and will never be proven unless the person.
It's just
Yeah, unless the person in the simulation that knows they're in the simulation 110% and has proof to support that they're in the simulation and they know they're in the simulation, then it can never ever be proved.
Yeah. You know, it'd be really funny if like the Christian version of God was real and he was in charge of it all. Like he's playing The Sims but on a massive scale with everybody.
God, that would suck.
Yeah, this like bearded asshole was like micromanaging everybody.
I cannot stand the idea of sky deities.
Yeah. If I was going to be like an ironic religious guy, I'd probably be like a pagan or something.
See, paganism's a bit more believable.
Oh yeah, and it's fun as well. Like Odin is way more cool than.
There's so many different gods, so many different forms of paganism. It's great.
Yeah. You don't see the Abrahamic gods killing frost giants and drinking cum, do you? No. Don't think so. Yeah.
I think my favourite pagan god would have to be Tava, the Pictish pagan god for rivers. If you don't know what Picts are, they're pretty much ancient Scottish people.
They're awesome.
Yeah, they're very, very distant ancestors of us.
I imagine Scottish people, but like just wearing kilts all the time and like mud over their faces.
Back then there was no such thing as kilts. Kilts weren't invented until after. I think they weren't invented until after the rule of Robert the Bruce at some point.
It was something similar to that.
Yeah.
I don't know like kilt mythology.
No, me neither, to be honest. That's so bad, and that's our culture, and we don't know it.
Nah. All we know is like Braveheart, and that's it.
Which is a god awful movie. Mel Gibson is not a good substitute for William Wallace.
No, Mel Gibson should not play like anything other than his character from Lethal Weapon. That's all he should do. I haven't seen Passion of the Christ for a while. I must watch that again. Yeah, his Jesus torture porn there. If you haven't seen Passion of the Christ, audience, it's an experience. It's a religious experience.
Yeah.
God, I would hate if that was real. It's like Jim Caviezel just ascended to heaven to play Sims with all our lives. It sucks. That's my least favourite fucking simulated Matrix fucking theory. It's like God is real. It would suck. It's not even interesting.
Yeah. There has actually been things from like quantum computers and the people that obviously maintain them, run them, know how to work them, that it's very possible that we could create our own simulation.
Yes.
And there could be one central computer running all these characters' lives, and that again ties back into what I said earlier about it all just being like a big video game. Also, it also
Like,
reinforces Mao's point when he said something about the Christian God.
yeah,
Just
like,
micromanaging us all.
yeah, like, the future god could be some, like, AI that controls everything. Like, in one of the endings of Deus Ex, JC Denton, merges with the AI that the bad guy was supposed to be merging with and becomes this, like, godhead figure. Spoilers for a game that came out, like, 20 years ago. Yeah, it's, if you haven't seen Tron as well, yeah.
Tron as well. Tron's a good point, but doesn't everyone in that simulation know they're in a simulation? Or the people misled
Because they're
into
like,
thinking that's
like
reality?
computer programs. Yeah, the computer programs, so they're like aware they're being controlled by people,
Oh right.
like outside people, users, I think they're called.
Yeah.
Tron is visually interesting. Like, it's not a very good film. The plot's kind of muddled, but it's
Are you talking about the old
interesting.
movies or the new movies?
Well, there's only two, so, and they're like basically the same plot wise.
Oh right. Okay.
Like, they're visually very, very different, but yeah, they're like the same premise. Fucking like the codes and our computers is self-aware. That's the premise of Tron,
Yeah.
and they're being controlled by the master control program, which is like God basically. It's like the evil God.
I guess when it comes to Elon Musk and his theory of the Matrix, that he lives in the Matrix and he's the protagonist is a possibility, but I don't think it would be Elon Musk who's the protagonist in that video game.
It's
I think it would be anyone else.
The real protagonist is Donald Trump. He's O'Neill. He's been trying to warn us for years, and we just keep making fun of him. That's where QAnon comes from. Like, it's all real, but
I'm the smartest man in history.
yes, he has.
I will be the
He's been
greatest
fucking.
president this country has ever seen.
Yes, that's what the deep state is. The deep state is like the AI overlords who are controlling everything.
Yeah.
It's not like Jeffrey Epstein, which it actually is. It's the fucking evil machine overlords. Also, fun fact about Elon Musk: he has connections to certain people who we have talked about in the past. I will not talk about.
I don't think Elon
I
Musk
will
is that
talk
much
about
of an incel though.
Yes, I won't talk about them in detail because we've done that already. But Elon Musk is because he's like an epic science guy. He's connected with those people for some reason, because those people are also like obsessed with like becoming gods basically.
Yeah. Who was was one of the Rothschilds, like a really old guy has had 7 heart transplants or something.
Yeah. God, I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember his name. David Rockefeller.
Rockefeller. That's it. Rockefeller, not Rothschild.
He's used his like stupid wealth to artificially extend his life. I think his plan was to like keep replacing his organs until it got to the point where he could stick his brain in a machine, but he couldn't make it that far. So,
no.
That's the ultimate plan for the bourgeoisie. By the way, they're just gonna like live forever using fucking the technology they invent.
Well, you know, medicine's going to get better and people are gonna live longer. It's theorized that the first person.
But not us though.
No, well maybe it's a possibility, but it's theorized. It's theorized that the first person to live to 150 was born last decade. So, who knows?
I mean, we'll probably get some sort of artificial life extension, but we've all become like the fucking AI heroes gods, like fucking Musk wants to become.
Mm.
That'll be House thing exclusively. Like, he'll be the one who gets to live forever, and everyone else. But yeah,
No.
we'll get to see the horrors of living to like age 200 or something.
Huh. Yeah. Anyway, I think we're gonna cut this off here. Thanks everyone for watching. Should be back next week with more content. I think next week's agenda for the conspiracy crew is the multiverse theorem.
Yes, it's an extension of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, instead of like one fixed simulation, like, we're connected to alternate things. Which is part of the whole string theory that Matthew Kiku likes to talk about.
Yeah. Anyway, I've been Grant Magic, your host of the Virgan radio service. Thanks very much for being on, Mo.
Yes, it's a pleasure as always.
Definitely. So catch us next week when we'll have a bit more content, and hopefully I'll have a bit more motivation to do this.
Yes.
So yeah, catch you all.
Your host won't be.
Hmm?
Your host won't be dying next week, hopefully.
No, definitely not. But yeah, we'll catch you all next week, and stay tuned for more content.